Knowing how to safely load a motorcycle, especially a heavy motorcycle like an electric motorcycle, is an often overlooked but a necessary skill to have, especially if you're about to buy your first electric motorcycle. In this video, I'm going to show you how I have been loading and unloading my motorcycles for the last few years. There are lots of times where you may need to transport your bike somewhere, whether that's because the bike broke down or if you have to take the bike maybe a little bit further to get it serviced. Knowing how to properly load and unload your motorcycle is a valuable skill that if you don't do this properly, you could either injure yourself or you could really damage your motorcycle and other equipment. Now, there are much better ways to load and unload a motorcycle, or rather to transport a motorcycle. You can trailer it. There are the motorcycle racks that you can attach to the hitch on a truck. I don't have any of those things. All I've got is a pickup truck. The equipment that I use, I'm not going to go too in depth. I'm just going to point out some things that you need to be looking for when it comes to picking up your own equipment. You don't want to cheap out on these things. These are some aluminum loading ramps. I think they're 1,600 pounds each. That's the rated capacity that each one can hold. This is obviously the wider one is for the motorcycle. And that way I've got plenty of real estate whenever I'm coming off the ramps, because typically I can't see where I'm going, and so it helps to have a wide platform, make sure the motorcycle doesn't fall off of anything. The second one, it's a little bit more narrow. That's for me to walk up. Why would I do two ramps? When you're doing this by yourself, you want to really mitigate the risk of you losing your balance because you've got such a heavy bike. I don't want to mess around with getting myself off balance. So I know that there are a lot of videos out there of people using step stools or boxes to get up. I do not recommend doing that, especially when it comes to unloading the motorcycle. These aluminum ramps, they're really cheap. I don't want to say cheap, they're relatively inexpensive. I want to say that each one was less than $100 whenever I got them. Not something that you want to skip, because this is really about safety more than anything. Each ramp is secured using a strap. These are just to prevent the ramps from sliding off of the tailgate. That's their only purpose. You want to make sure that when you hook these up, it's close to the hinge point. You want to use a ratchet style strap to make sure that these things are not going to move. If you're doing this by yourself, having a wheel chock like this one, this is the one from Harley Davidson. If you're doing this by yourself, this is going to act as a second person. You do want to make sure that you have someone else that's going to be here in the truck or nearby to hold the bike as you're moving around to secure the bike down to the bed. Not necessary, but certainly helpful, and this thing is certainly paid for itself in time. My straps, I've already got them laid out. I've already got them attached to one anchor point. They're in arm's reach. They're ready to go. You want to get the bike secured as quickly as you can. Not as quick as you can. You don't want to be messing around trying to lean over straps when you have a bike that's unsecured. You want to take any luggage off the bike. Now, tank bags are fine. If you've got bags and stuff on, that's just going to get in the way of you being able to walk up safely up this ramp, getting the bike in. Loading the bike is always much safer than unloading the bike, mainly because you're typically walking backwards and you can't really see where you're going. Whereas getting the bike on the ramps in the truck, you're just going forward. It's very easy. When you're loading the bike in, wherever your head goes, the bike is going to follow. I want to make sure that my head is locked straight forward. I'm not looking at where I'm walking or where the bike is. I'm just looking at where it wants to go. You're just doing this in a controlled manner. Keep your hand close to the front brake. Stay in good control of the bike as you walk it up. So again, it's just a very slow, controlled motion. Okay, so front brake is locked in. The bike is not in touch with the ground. It's on the ramp itself. But again, if I were to be looking down, you kind of lose the ability to know if you're level or not. But if you're keeping your head straight ahead, kind of like towards the horizon, you're going to feel if the bike is leaning or not. But you can't really do that whenever your head's down. It kind of throws your equilibrium off. So now we're just going to roll on the throttle a little bit, and we're just going to ease it into the wheel chock. Just like that. From here, you're going to turn the bike off, and with live wire bikes, you can put them in transport mode. That disables the motion sensors. If I start driving off with this truck now, after I secure it down and I don't put it in transport mode, it's going to eventually kill the 12-volt battery. On the Del Mar, this is the same as with all S2 bikes. As soon as I turn off the bike from the ignition switch, hold in the left blinker, hold down the flash to pass. Right as I flip the ignition off, hold it until you see the transport mode icon pop up. And there it is. There's the little transport mode icon right there. Unloading the bike, similar to whenever we loaded it. The only difference is this time I am going to look down at where my feet are going. Still keeping my hand close to the front brake in case I need to stop the movement of the bike from coming down. All right, let's talk about tie down points. We want the suspension to be under compression, and that's going to stop the bike from moving around. I can still lean this bike over inside that wheel chock. 2 straps up front, 1 on each fork, and then 1 on the back. You can do 2 in the back, that's fine, but at a minimum, 2 in the front, 1 in the back. Sounds really weird, doesn't it? Depending on the bike, you can go over the bar. You never want to do it on the hand grip itself. Especially don't want this on the throttle because you can crush the throttle. So just a little bit of tension on this side. I'm gonna walk behind the bike, never over it. I'm going above this fork clamp, and it's not gonna slide down along the fork. Every bike is gonna be a little bit different as to where you can apply this back strap. On the Del Mar, I use the passenger footrest. All right, but now that we're doing the back, okay, now we can really put this thing under compression. So now the back's not gonna move. I'm just gonna reach over and really put these things under tension. What you're looking for to see if the bike is strapped down properly is now, it's almost like the bike is one with the truck, meaning as I move the bike's really not moving, the whole truck is now moving. And that's when you can say, that's not going anywhere. I'm gonna collapse my ramps, and I'm also gonna tie those down as well because I don't want those flying out as I'm riding down the road. First strap secures both ramps to each other. And now we're going to secure both ramps to the truck itself. This strap goes through, hooks in to the bottom, which essentially attaches the 2 ramps to each other. And then the second hooks around the axle or that pivot bar on the wheel chock, passes underneath one of the rungs, and then gets attached to here. Now the ramps will not go anywhere. That is how you securely, safely put a motorcycle in the back of a truck ready for transport, take it to get it serviced or maybe get it fixed. Or maybe you're just, traveling a long distance. You're gonna do it in the truck first and then eventually you'll do the bike. I do that often. It's just one of those things that the more that you do it, the more comfortable you get in doing it. If you're really nervous about it, make sure that you always have someone with you in case something happens. Like the video if you found it helpful. See you in the next adventure.